Happy Friday. Here's to the art of saying no, which I am learning. So I thought I'd come here and share. And I had a very relatable soul-led path thing happen today at work. And it was an all night or an all weekend long ask. And so I thought I would share here. And I am typically the yes person. And I just want to share some thoughts on the no. So honestly, we are living in a world that pressures us to say yes to everything. But at what cost? Tonight, share with me a sip of brew, and let's get real about the magic in our lives of saying no. So let's start by defining why we even do say yes. Is it cultural conditioning telling us, yes, be nice, be helpful, be agreeable? Or is it the fear of missing out? When that sneaks in, what if this is really important? Well, if you truly asked your employer if it was really important, they would tell you everything is. Your lack of testing is not my emergency. Anyway, and for me, I truly do believe that guilt makes us believe that we owe people our time and energy. We've been trained to think that yes equals being good, but that's a lie, and it's just burning us out. There is a true cost to saying yes to everything, and it is burnout, giving too much for too long, ending in resentment, doing things that you never wanted to, you didn't want to sign up for. And definitely stress overload, feeling like you're never enough. Every yes we force costs us energy, and eventually it would cost us our peace. So tonight, on this Friday, where I hope you haven't committed your weekend away, because I almost did, let's reclaim our life. How do you do that, you ask? It's saying no. Protect your time like it is sacred, because it is. Your time and your energy are the exchange on the system, in the system, and save your energy for what actually lights you up. Build a life that's aligned, not obligated. If you think about it, saying no really isn't a rejection. It's just choosing yourself. It's choosing the things that you want to do. I understand we have obligations, we have commitments, we have things that we have to do for said things. But when you're asked to stretch and you feel like I have to say yes to this, those are the times when you can actually say no if you give yourself permission. So let's understand this no mindset. Where do we even begin? Let's get clear specifically on our values. What's actually worth your energy? Spot the difference between genuine requests versus your obligation, and root in that yes and no in your self-worth, not guilt. Because when you know who you are and you walk, talk, breathe that authenticity, no feels natural, not mean. The art of beginning to say no, let's practice some low stakes no's maybe, like declining a coffee with a friend because you don't have time. Or, declining just an extra meeting, which maybe that's not the best example because it was pretty high stakes for me today. But if using this example, we can still use soft phrases like I'm not available for that, or I'm focusing my energy elsewhere right now. And you can always offer alternatives, but only if you want to. We can say no with grace for sure. It just takes some practice. But growing and sustaining this mindset, set realistic boundaries, and the boundaries that we're going to keep. Build a support system that respects your no when you say it. Although that's not always natural, especially at work when they are going to respect and expect your yes. Celebrate every time that you choose yourself, whether that's a yes or whether that's a no, because yes, there's things that you're going to say yes to that excite you, that you want to be involved in, that you want to give your time to and your energy. But every boundary that you create is absolutely a victory for your soul and your authentic life, because this isn't about being selfish. It's about being so aligned that your yeses become sacred again. Yeah. Here's to more no's, more joy, and a life that's truly yours authentically. I hope you have an amazing and relaxing weekend.